That dang mute. I always forget that thing. Need to have a... Need to get a second screen so I can watch what I'm doing. Anyway, what I was saying, it's a good day, I think, to get some work done on the base. Upload bandwidth, or upload and download speeds are looking pretty good. Upload is about 1 megabyte, and download is about 3, which is a little above average from what I'm used to. So it'll be a good day to get some work done on the base. Get some gaming done before I get to work around here. I got some stuff from the mail-in. Gonna fix up my e-bike. Work's coming up, so I want to get some gaming done this evening, and tomorrow I got a bunch of editing to do as well. I got 2 videos to make. I think they make a separate USB button I can use to mute the mic when I need to cough or clear my throat. I don't have the screen up yet. If you're chatting, I can't see ya. If it's even working. Let's see. What do we got to do on the base? A lot of cleanup. Spills. No. Destructive. Binging. It's no good. Take that glass, though. Everything is a bit of a mess. I got into this base, building it pretty crazy, and then I realized I was just being very wasteful. And once everything started clicking, I realized that they needed to have a separate living quarters. And once that happened, moved to that all over there. They used to sleep, their beds were right here, this area, which got really hot, too hot for them. Had to move them over here. Now, yeah, I'm left with a bit of a mess. A bunch of cleanup. Ladders and stuff where they're not supposed to be, like that. Made this little pool, so when I get fishies, they can hop over into the water where I could trap them and move them over to dirt production. Is right here. They eat algae, spit out polluted dirt, compost that, and get actual dirt. And that gets used in the plants, making food. Oh yes, look at that. Mushrooms are doing good, food's doing good, no issues there. Had a problem with low atmosphere at one point. I was pumping out too much stuff out of the base, and it was grams of gases, or however, let's see, what does it say, 1,000 grams of per square, I guess. Per square, whatever square is, per Oni square. Wanted to work on this. Hold on, let me check. Let me try and get the channel pulled up here so I can keep an eye on things. Why are they sterilizing that random block? Way over, away from where things need to be sterilized. I don't think it's that important. It's because it's got this polluted water sitting next to it. It's contaminating stuff. See how things are looking here. Well, the phone is giving me no data. I gotta move it. Hold on. I gotta check it. Okay, as far as I can tell, the stream is working. I'm not getting data, but for some reason I'm getting some great bandwidth from the Wi-Fi. Okay. So I want to work on this, my leaky oil fisher. I'm using this area as a way to collect all the oil it's spitting out. Sealed off because of how much heat it started making. Once I unburied this thing just started heating up the whole area, so I got it insulated. It's been plugged up so I could do some work down here. And make a new oil chamber where I'm going to collect the oil from. I think I just made this too big and it's too... I don't want it wrapping around this anti-entropy thermo nullifier. Call that a cooler. AETN. ATN. An AETN cooler. I don't know, come up with a better name for that. Just call them a cooler for now. So anyway, those are really important. So I want to deconstruct this whole oil collection chamber back to here. Move the pump in. Make sure it's all insulated since this oil gets super hot. I do need to cool it somehow because it will break the pump from the heat. So that's what all this is about. The first attempt was just to have it kind of cool itself down on its way down here, and it worked quite well actually. But eventually started heating up over time. Eventually everything got super hot, so I need to insulate it and keep the pump cool. But that's not really necessary because the crude oil that I get from this, or the petroleum that I need from that to make power. The whole idea is to get to make more power. I do use crude oil for like making plastic and stuff, but that doesn't I'm not using plastic too often now. Now I just need some petroleum, and I have not figured out where to burn the petroleum yet. First the engine was down here, the petroleum generator, and then I had a problem. Had issues and tried moving it up to here, out into space, into a vacuum. I'm slowly building that up to try and see how that works. Check the temperature. Gas. Protection. Power production. I think we're doing pretty good with them working on the treadmill. Treadmill. I like the drywall. You can really see the what gas we got in here. Got some CO2 building up and natural gas. Starting to have a natural gas problem here, probably from petroleum production. We also have a little bit of a mess. So get this scheduled for cleanup area. We have that all set up so that they come and pick up the containers after the cleanup. Bring those containers. Fresh water comes here. Polluted water also comes there to get filtered. Petroleum will get brought over to... Do I have petroleum set up? Yes, it'll get brought to here. The bottle emptier. Petroleum and crude phosphorus all gets dumped into here. It's kind of a waste tank. Which I need to plumb that into everything. This used to be the waste tank, this big old area, but I'm gonna eventually dig that out. You know, the waste tank could be the whole area down below. Eventually, I guess. I need to work on sucking up this crude. Down there a little bit first, so yeah, this is just a temporary waste tank, I guess, and also a place where they can come and dump all the bottles. So yeah, that should get plumbed in to all the filters and this removed, and then have a secondary pump down here to suck up little drainage, kind of like I have here. Down at the lowest part of the base, what I'm calling it, building a little floor here, where the pump, all the water could come down and collect there instead of being all over the place. The whole place is a mess. Water is also, or the polluted water, also coming down from the generators up here. Yes, I'm just letting everything drain down to the bottom right now. I do think causes an issue with polluted oxygen. I think when oxygen gets near the polluted water, it changes it. I don't know. I think I read that somewhere. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know, but it's good to keep things clean. Kick this pump, gas pump on. Start sucking up some of this natural gas, which will get pumped over to the gas filters. Filter the whole base. Got oxygen, just spits it out here, just in case it gets in the line. Natural gas is sent off to the tanks. It's also split between a vent that goes out into space, so if these tanks are full, I guess it kind of divides it anyway, but I was having a problem with the tanks getting full, and the filters will stop filtering, or stop moving gas, and so I made a sent that off to an external pipe to space. That way it's just filtered and taken care of. Some of it gets stored, some of it gets tossed out, but either way it's not going to get clogged up and things stop working. Same with carbon dioxide, that gets split off into storage, which I use for growing the mushrooms. Polluted oxygen also goes off to storage for feeding the these puffs, which turn it into slime for my mushroom garden. That is also teed off to go into space for the same reason. They just, if they're ever full, any of those tanks are full, I can actually do this automatically with automation. Automation wire and gas sensors, I think. Should be an in-pipe sensor or something, maybe. Gas pipe. Element sensor. Thermo sensor. Huh, no gas pipe pressure sensor. Well, I guess there's no pressure in the pipe anyway. It's more like it's containing contents rather than pressure. Or is it? I don't know. Seems like there should be. Maybe that's something I have to research. Well, there's some liquid pipes and liquid sensors for the pipes. Or no, that's just element and temperature. Nice to have a way to... Anyway, that doesn't really matter right now. We'll mess with the research later. That takes a lot of resources. Doing research. I'm holding off on that to do all the base cleanup. Also, another great idea I think I want to get into for power production is steam. They've got steam generators now. I already tried using a cold steam vent, which I found out is useless, except for collecting water, I guess. But it's too cold for running the steam generator, so I'm thinking there's a way to harvest some heat and make my own steam. Naturally, so I'm not using up a bunch of power to make steam. There's no point in using all the power you make just to make the fuel to make the power, make the fuel. We got steam right here, which gave me the idea, since this gets so hot, to build off of this somehow and make a steam generating room. But then there's this, we got a minor volcano, which I think is supposed to get like super hot, so that would be a good room for steam generation, but maybe there's some other purpose for the volcano. I think it just makes stone, or cools down into the basic material I don't really need, I don't think. Disease emitted. That's weird for something that hot. Oh, maybe it's like... I don't know. Emission. I think something that hot would be sterile. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so maybe that would be a good candidate for steam generation. Also, a big shout out to the guy who bought me this game, Dracolicious. Thank you, if I've not already mentioned that. He got me this cool game, and got into it and wanted to live stream, but I forgot to give a shout out to where I got it from. So thank you very much. This is cool. This is a great game. One of those games that get you sucked in for hours. Like, good, fun challenge. Try and figure out how everything goes. Pretty hard. It's hard to. I think this is my. No, I think this is only my